Welcome to Inside Jonesboro on Channel 24. Recent changes in the Jonesboro and Craighead County recycling program has refocused the Screen initiative. Many residents feared the program would be lost, but instead, it was re-energized. Abilities Unlimited Recycling Center Manager Keith Bowles answers questions about the program and how we can help to keep reusable waste out of our landfills. Keith, thank you for sitting in with us and giving us a brief overview about what you guys do here at the recycling facility for Craighead County. Tell me first of all how Abilities Unlimited first came about getting into the recycling for Craighead County.
Well, quickly about 4 months ago, the other company that was handling recycling decided they didn't want to do it anymore. The opportunity came up and my boss, Darren May with Abilities, decided it was something that we could do for the city and the county. So he got with the mayor and we've been doing this now for about 4 months now. We spent about 3 months down at the other facility and we just moved to our new facility here at 806 Burke. So, you know, we're still getting kind of into it. We're still kind of sorting out, no pun intended, how we want to do it. We're getting new equipment in. We're getting very, very close to how the ultimate finished product is going to be here, but it's still a growing thing and we're still changing things around a little bit to suit the needs of the county.
Sure. Now, you and I were talking just earlier and you mentioned the percentage of people that recycle in Craighead County and in Jonesboro. What is that?
Well, surprisingly enough, Jack, only about 10 to 15% of the people here in Jonesboro recycle. I mean, I drive down my block on recycling days and I see there's very few blue bags out there. You know, and countywide, it's probably about the same because a lot of people, you know, there's no rural pickup for recyclables out in the county, but a lot of people want to out in the county, and we're, you know, it's another thing we're moving toward getting facilities for them to do that too.
Now, there's a difference between how stuff is picked up out in the county or lack thereof being picked up out in the county versus Jonesboro. Many people thought there for a while that recycling was going to go away in Jonesboro, but in fact that's not true and it's still here today and you guys are thriving and pushing forward. Tell me about how Jonesboro does our recycling.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was a concern when we took over. People thought the recycling was going to come to a screeching halt and it didn't. The city still picks up the product, you know, right on your trash days. They go around to your house and pick up the blue bags and your recycling instead of bringing it here. What we do is we take it and we sort it and process it from there. The plan, maybe someday, we may actually go do the pickup. We may move to a more sophisticated type of pickup than the blue bags right now, but right now it's still the same old. You know, you put it out there, it's picked up by the city and they bring it down here to us and we sort it out.
Now, how does our blue bag program contrast to the way that maybe other larger cities do their processing, pickup, and sorting?
Right. Well, and you know, there are still other cities out there that do blue bag. I mean, Franklin, Tennessee still blue bags, but a lot of cities have gone to where they'll do just like a roll-off container, like your trash can, and you put all your recyclables in that, and it's picked up by a truck. Some places sorted at the truck. Some people just bring it in on a truck. It looks like a garbage truck, and they just dump it en masse, and it's scooped up and put on huge machines. But we're talking like a $4 or $5 or $6 million or more investment for something like that. And you know, we don't have that kind of money here in the city. But I mean, ideally someday we'd like to get to that. But right now we bring it in here. Our blue bags are taken out. We separate out the cardboard. We separate out the newspaper. And the blue bags are put in a big pile, and they're all taken out individually, opened, and sorted out into a sorting line with about 8 people. Where you'd find in bigger cities, they'd have 30 or 40 people on a sorting line. We manage with about 8, but we do pretty good.
Sure. Okay. Now, what sort of items do you guys take here in the recycling?
Well, Jack, we actually take almost everything. We'll take your tin cans. We'll take your aluminum cans. We'll take your colored glass, your clear glass. We'll take your newspaper. We'll take your cardboard. We'll take just about anything. Now class 5 and class 6 plastic and higher plastics, we don't take those yet because simply we just don't have a market for them yet, but we're working on that. But it's one of the things, the problem, you know, what we don't really, I mean, there's really not much of anything that we don't take here. We don't handle electronics here yet, but that day may be coming soon. But again, that's something we don't do right now.
Now that's a big step up because the previous recycling program that was under the other company, it was very limited to what they would take. They wouldn't take colored glass and so forth. So you guys have actually expanded the operation and now offer, like you said, pretty much anything.
Yeah, we have. We'll take pretty much anything. Like I said, the electronics still needs to go out to the landfill. They're taken there, or you can take it down to Suddenlink. They'll take you their electronic items and TV and stuff like that. So there is a way to get rid of those, you know, but we'll take just about everything else here.
Okay. Now, there is a right way and wrong way to recycle. It's not just throw everything in a blue bag and send it along its way. Tell me about some of the, I guess, the misconceptions of the right way to do things when it comes to recycling.
Well, I tell you what I'd like to do, Jack, is take you back into the plant and actually show you the right ways and the wrong ways and some ways we get things in to make people, you know, we're glad that the city is and the county's embracing recycling. We really are. But there is a right way and a wrong way to use the blue bags and other things that you want to send. And I'd like to really show you and the public how to do it so make it easier on everybody. Would that be okay?
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's go back into place and I'll show you.
All right.
Well, Jack, let me show you a couple of things. Like I said, it's great that everybody recycles, but the thing you got to remember is that a recycling bag is for recyclables. Like things like this that people send us, like I don't know about you, but it's hard to recycle an oven mitt and flower stems and coat hangers and things like that. This is trash, I mean, period. Just, this should have gone in your trash can to go to the landfill. Now here, the recycling bag. The recycling bag is supposed to be used, and it even says on there, just to make it easy on you, tells you what you're supposed to use, your recyclables, your number 1, number 2 plastic, your glass, your aluminum, stuff like that. And we get a lot of these kind of things in here. This all stuff that we can recycle it, but we have to sort out. Everything we do is hand sorted. We don't have any machines. Everything that goes on a belt, and everything has to be hand sorted. So, you know, you need to be careful what you put there. Put only stuff there. Don't use this as a garbage can. We get that a lot. People put all their garbage and stuff in there, and you wouldn't want to stick your hand in a bag full of old apple peels or, you know, Thanksgiving dinner. Well, we don't want to either. Plus, it's kind of a hazard. So if you put glass in there, be careful. Does not break, stuff like that. You know, it's good to recycle. This is actually a fairly decent bag. Got a little bit too much paper to suit me, but that's okay. We're going to talk about paper in a minute because newspaper, we get a ton of newspaper out here, and that's a whole different ball of wax. Let me show you the best way for you to send it to us. Okay, Jack, we get a lot of newspapers down here at the recycling center, and that's good because that's stuff that doesn't go to a landfill. But the problem is, there's a couple things that we probably need to know, and I'm not complaining. It's great you guys are sending your newspapers, but the blue bag like this is not made for newspapers. That's not what it's intended for. The blue bag is for recyclables like glass, cans, aluminum, things like that. It's not for your newspapers. That's not the way we really would prefer to have done, because what we have to do is we have to separate everything out of a plastic bag and sort it out. And this person here, intentions are really good, and this would make a really good scarecrow, this t-shirt stuffed with newspaper. But again, it's not really the way you want to send it to us. The ideal way that we would like to get our newspapers in is like this. You bind them up with some string or some twine. You can even wrap them up in tape. You put them in a paper sack. That's the way we can take them. We don't have to do anything with these if they're wrapped up like this. If we get them in a plastic bag, we have to take the plastic bags apart, sort everything out, because they can't take the plastic bags over where we get rid of our newspapers at. But like the string, paper tape, in a paper sack, anything like that, that's the way really we prefer to get them. And it makes it easier on us to sort them out, and we can ship them out of the building quicker and to the people that can recycle and make newspaper.
All right, Keith, so now we know the right way and the wrong way to do this recycling. What other sort of information do you want to pass along to the citizens of Jonesboro and potentially Craighead County that may be seeing this video?
Well, I want to encourage them to recycle. Recycling is a mindset. You have to consciously think about, before you throw some in the trash can, say, whoa, I can save that. Like with the holidays, you know, you've got all those aluminum pie pans that had those really good pies and casseroles and all that kind of stuff, and you're going to wad those up and throw them in your trash. No, recycle it. Put it in your cycle with your aluminum cans. That's everything like that. All the boxes, all those cardboard things you're going to get those really cool gifts in, you know, don't throw those away to go to the landfill. Bring them to us or put them out there to be recycled. We can recycle cardboard all day long. Almost everything you have can be recycled. So you'd be surprised that if you start consciously thinking about what you can recycle, you'll find your trash level goes way down. It's really kind of cool. But like I said, we'll take it here. We're glad you're recycling. We encourage you to recycle. If you want blue bags, if you can't get anything from the landfill, come down here to 806 Burke. We'll give you some more blue bags because, you know, we want you to recycle, because everything that doesn't go out to the landfill goes here, can be reused and recycled. And that's what we need to do, because eventually the landfill is going to fill up. And that's something we're really trying to help avoid.
You mentioned the holidays and cardboard. Many people are going to ask, well, my cardboard doesn't fit in my blue bag. Is it just as easy as setting it on the curb with your trash can?
It is. I mean, if you got some tape or something, I know you'll have tape left over from the holidays. You got some string, tie it up, make it a nice, neat bundle, set aside there. If you've got a big cardboard box and other cardboard boxes, put all that stuff inside those cardboard boxes. I mean, they'll pick it up and bring it to us. I just soon, you know, I'll take it any way you want to send it. You know, of course, now if it's going to rain that day, you might want to hold on to it for the next week because soggy cardboard is kind of hard to deal with, but things happen. You know, but if we can get that together, we'll take it and we'll deal with it and get rid of it. Okay. And it won't go to the landfill.
All right, Keith, now if anybody has questions or wants further information outside of what was given to them today, how might they go about getting a hold of you guys?
A couple of ways you can do it. You can come down here to 806 Burke. We're here Monday through Friday from about 7:30 to about 3. I'm here. One of my workers here. We can answer the questions you have, help you out. If you're going to bring your stuff in, we'll be glad to take it for you. Or you can call the number that's going to be on your screen right now. And that number is 870-277-2772. And you can call that number, somebody answer your questions and give you a hand.
All right. Keith, thank you so much for letting us know how the recycling goes and showing us around the facility. Certainly we encourage everybody to recycle.
Well, I appreciate you, Jack, and I appreciate the people of Craighead County for doing their bit of recycling. If we can get the rest of the county doing it, we'll be so busy we won't do it. But it's great. That means that stuff's not going to go to the landfill.
Right.